Good, beautiful morning from here. It's morning here, where I am. It's evening where you are. Good evening. Good, beautiful evening. If it's nighttime, good, beautiful night. Okay, that was corny. That was cheesy. Still, though, good, beautiful day to all you beautiful beings out there. You ever feel like you have a hole inside of you that can't be filled by anything? You ever lose somebody that was important to you? And then, how you doing? You thinking about buying it, you say? Gotta look at my truck. I'm gonna pause. Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah. You ever lose somebody you love? Somebody that's really important to you, either to death or even just, I don't know, maybe it's a girlfriend that you broke up with or a boyfriend that you broke up with, or maybe it's a friend from way back and you don't talk anymore, or you're completely different people, you don't understand each other, stuff like that, and so you move apart from each other, and you feel kind of an emptiness inside. That emptiness, the feeling of having a hole that can't be filled, it's a really real feeling. Consider, however, that the emptiness is created not by this other person being out of your life, but consider that this emptiness is created by part of you dying to you. It's like a mini ego death. It's like a partial ego death. Okay, so the theory here, or the thought that I'm chasing around, is that when we are with a person in some capacity, part of our identity is based upon who we are with that person. Okay, if we enjoy being with a person, it's because we enjoy who we are when we're with that person. Think of all the times that you've decided you don't enjoy. I think the thing just took a picture on its own. That's kind of cool. Ghost in the machine. Think of all the times that that you've been happy and content in a relationship, whether that's with a dog, it's with a friend, it's with a grandma, it's with your boyfriend, it's with your girlfriend, it's with your wife, it's with your husband, it's with your coworkers, it's with your colleagues in school, the other students in school, the teachers that you have. Think of any of the times that you've been happy in situations. And I can almost guarantee you that the reason you've been happy is because you've been totally content with everything, including your image of yourself, the person that you think you are. Happy with it. Obviously, you have to be happy. If you're going to be happy, you have to be happy with everything. So you have to be content with everything, including who you are. I don't know. Maybe it's a lot more simple than I think that it'll be received as. But when that presence is no longer there, there's not that other person for your person to feed off of. Okay? There's not that feeling of completeness, because the feeling of completeness comes from the fact, or comes from the feeling of completeness comes from the seeing of one's true self. When somebody else, when we say this person completes me in some way or another, it's opening up a door. Opening up a door to who we already are inside. When that person leaves, they've removed that mirror. And so now we can't see that anymore. And so we continue looking outward. We look for this thing, we look for this thing, we look for hobbies, we look for alcohol, we look for drugs, we look for a new high. We look for a new high because there has to be something that will match the high of being in the presence of this other being. And we're already in the presence of this other being if we're in our own presence. If we are present. If we're present here, and we're present here, and we're present here, then it's already that feeling. So, let's see. Back to the ego death part. Should we go back on that little part? I go on tangents all the time. It's just kind of the way that I do things. Sometimes I drop an S off the end of word. And I wanting to make plural of the word. The words. If you feel that you have a hole inside that needs to be filled, look at your image of yourself, your understanding of yourself. Not self as the self, but the person of yourself. See how that person has changed. Is the person any different, really, without this other person, or this other being? Is the person somehow better with this other being? And if we understand that the person does not exist, the person is just a figment, artificial construct of our imagination, of our mind. It's our mind doing its best work to keep itself going over the true self, the divine self, that doesn't need any help. The divine self doesn't need any mirror to be seen. It just needs to look within. So if you feel you have a hole, see the whole, the WHOLE of the whole. Look within. Everything you feel you are lacking because the presence of this other being, you don't feel. All of these things, they were inside you, always. You feel that you loved somebody and they left, and now you can never love again. You didn't love the person. You didn't love the person. You didn't love them. You loved the essence of them. And in so doing, you saw somewhere the mirror of yourself, to see into yourself. So looking to this other person helps you to look within. This other person is not there anymore. This dog is not there anymore. This cat is not there anymore. Now the cat down the road, maybe he's there. Little nod at you there, Ralph Smart. Infinite Waters. Love you. Who else? I'm going to go on a little bit of a YouTube tangent here. Or not a YouTube tangent, a thought tangent. I'm just going to give a shout out to a few people, a few YouTubers. It's Infinite Waters, Koi Fresco, well, not Koi Fresco anymore, but Vashuda Das, Dakota of the Earth, Rav Daniel Katz. Who else? I guess you could say that's it. Okay, tangent over. Back to mirrors. Smoking mirrors. Look, we got the sun coming through. Isn't that beautiful? It's like, oh. Sitting here on the front porch, looking at beautiful fall leaves all over the ground. What a beautiful time to be alive right now is. Right now is always such an amazing time to be alive. It's so beautiful because it's so real. It's just right here. There's no worry. There's no thought about what happened before. There's no thought about what's going to happen next. Just a constant recycling of energy in this moment. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Yeah, you look beautiful. My wife just came out and she is beautifully dressed in this gorgeous cloak. I love you. If you're feeling the hole left over from somebody else leaving, okay. We're gonna recap here. A quick minute. So, if you feel that you have a hole inside of you from the departing of another being, just remember, the hole has always been there. It's just that it's the spot where your true self used to be. And guess what? Your true self is infinite, boundless, and it's still there. I don't know why my voice changed. It's like it was some kind of accent that never quite hit. I don't know. Another character to put on, I guess.
I thought you were like reenacting a commercial.
Yeah, I know. That's what it feels like. 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 Just remember, anytime, I guess I'll try this again. Okay, take 2. Just remember, if you feel like you have a hole inside of you from the departing of another person or another being, the hole has always been there. But the hole has always been filled by your true self, your divine self. Stop distracting me.
Sorry, keep hearing. Feeling full.
You don't have a void. I'll use that, okay? You don't have a void because apparently we're in 6th grade. You don't have a void. You feel a void, but there's no void. And now I sound like Christopher Walken. You feel a void. There's no void. It's just the space where you inhabit. But you can't see that because you're looking outside. You don't have that mirror anymore to see back. And then I'll tell you what. Once you finally meet somebody that takes the place of that other person that left your life, it's just because they provide the same mirror as that other person did. They provide the same connection point, the same understanding, the same reciprocation, so that you can see yourself inside another person. They are not the what or the who that fill the void in you. It's just that their leaving points out the void. So in summation, look within, my friends. Always to be looking within the self, to the self, because the being that you are is amazing, beautiful in every way that can possibly be. The self that you are, without anything from the past, without anything from the future, without any thoughts, without any desires. This is the divine infinite. That's what you are. Shalom, shalom, salam, salam. Peace.